Welcome back to WION World is One. You're watching Speed News with me, Vidur Kathuria. Let's get started. US President Donald Trump has announced that the International Stabilization Force for Gaza is expected to deploy very soon, aiming to stabilize the region and support Trump's peace plan. The US has drafted a UN Security Council resolution authorizing a 2-year mandate for a transitional governance body and international stabilization force in Gaza. The force, comprising around 20,000 troops from countries like Egypt, Qatar, Turkey and the UAE, would work to demilitarize Hamas, secure borders and support humanitarian efforts. Israel has launched a series of airstrikes on alleged Hezbollah targets in southern Lebanon, with the Israeli army releasing a video of the attacks. The strikes come after Israel warned residents in several villages to evacuate specific buildings ahead of the attacks. Lebanon has condemned the new attacks, saying they are a fully fledged crime and prevent the full implementation of a ceasefire deal with Hezbollah. Taking a more aggressive stance, Israel positioned its tanks near the Lebanon border after conducting heavy airstrikes on southern Lebanon. The strikes come as Israel claims Hezbollah is trying to rebuild its military capabilities in the region. US President Donald Trump has revealed that Iran has been asking to lift US sanctions and is open to discussing it. Trump stated that Iran has got very heavy US sanctions and it makes it really hard for them to do what they'd like to be able to do. The United Nations Security Council voted to lift sanctions on Syrian President Ahmed Al-Sharaa, a move the US hailed as recognizing Syria has entered a new era. The US-backed resolution delists Sharaa and his interior minister from the ISIL Al-Qaeda sanctions list and lifts an arms embargo or asset freeze. While the resolution was approved by 14 council members, China abstained. This diplomatic development clears the way for a historic meeting between Al-Sharaa and US President Donald Trump at the White House on November 10th. Paul Biya, the world's oldest head of state at 92, has been sworn in for an unprecedented 8th term as President of Cameroon, extended his 43-year rule. The ceremony follows a highly contested election in which official results claim Biya won with 53.7% of the vote over main challenger Issa Chiroma Bakari's 35.2%. The swearing-in took place against a backdrop of mass protests that erupted after the vote, leading to government repression and the reported deaths of several demonstrators. A Ukrainian court has sentenced a Russian soldier to life in prison for killing a Ukrainian prisoner of war, marking the first such ruling. Dmitry Kurashov, who was taken prisoner by Ukrainian forces along with other Russian troops soon after the incident. He pleaded guilty in court but later claimed innocence, wanting a prisoner swap. Ukraine sees this as a symbolic, citing numerous Russian executions of Ukrainian prisoners of war, while Russia denies war crimes. The US Senate rejected a resolution that would have blocked President Trump from attacking Venezuela without congressional approval, with a 51-49 vote, largely along party lines. This decision comes after the Trump administration conducted 16 strikes against alleged drug trafficking boats in the Caribbean Sea and Eastern Pacific, killing over 65 people. The Trump administration claims the strikes targeted narco-terrorists transporting drugs, but critics argue they may violate international law and US laws against murder and assassination. US Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem toured an aviation school in coastal Ecuador, accompanied by Ecuadorian President Daniel Noboa. Noem and Noboa visited the Cosme Renela Aviation School located in Salinas, a coastal town 348 kilometers southwest of the capital. The facility is being considered as a possible site for US military operations in the region. The visit comes as the two nations explore closer security cooperation. Five people have been killed and 6 wounded in brief cross-border fire between Afghanistan and Pakistan. In an incident both countries blame on each other. The development comes as talks are underway in Istanbul in a third round of engagement aimed at ending cross-border terrorism and consolidating a fragile ceasefire that was initially agreed upon after border clashes last month. Afghanistan spokesperson Zabiullah Mujahid, in a post on social media, accused Pakistan forces of opening fire on Spin Boldak region, adding that Afghan Taliban has not retaliated out of respect for the negotiating team. Pakistan denied the accusations and put the blame on Afghanistan. A Moscow-backed court in Ukraine's occupied Donetsk region jailed 2 Colombians for 13 years each for fighting for Kyiv. They were arrested in Venezuela, handed to Russia, and sentenced as mercenaries. Colombia says dozens of its citizens have died in Ukraine, where many have joined Ukraine's forces against Russia. Moscow prosecutes foreign fighters as mercenaries, carrying up to 15 years in prison, rather than treating them According to Reuters, Microsoft is forming a new superintelligence team to develop artificial intelligence that can outperform humans in specific areas, starting with medical diagnostics. The initiative is being led by Mustafa Suleyman, Microsoft's AI chief and co-founder of DeepMind. The company says it plans to invest heavily in the effort, though it hasn't disclosed an exact figure. Suleyman said that Microsoft's goal is to ensure all AI systems serve human interests while maintaining safety and control. Elon Musk's Starlink, a subsidiary of SpaceX, secured its largest direct-to-cell deal with telecoms group WION, granting access to over 150 million potential customers, direct-to-cell technology allows smartphones to connect to satellite networks in space that beam telephone signals back to Earth. The deal will enable WION to integrate Starlink service into its networks, starting with operators in Beeline in Kazakhstan and Kyivstar in Ukraine. WION also operates in Pakistan, Bangladesh and Uzbekistan. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has filed a lawsuit against Roblox, accusing the popular online gaming platform of misleading parents about the safety risks it poses to children. Paxton said Roblox has become a digital playground for predators, joining similar lawsuits filed by Kentucky and Louisiana Attorney General, as well as private plaintiffs, over alleged child exploitation on the platform. In response, Roblox denied the claims, saying it has strict safety protocols, parental controls, and works closely with law enforcement to remove bad actors. Oil prices extended losses after Saudi Arabia cut its crude oil prices, indicating that the supply picture was uncertain. At the same time, risk assets fell, which put more pressure on the commodity's price. US crude traded below $60 per barrel after losing over 2.4% since Tuesday. A slide in mega caps dragged down wider markets, weighing on oil prices. Next month, Asia will pay the least for Saudi oil since January. Traders saw the price cut as a negative sign from the group about the market's ability to handle new supply. Prices have gone down since last month, when the US sanctioned Russian oil giants over Moscow's war in Ukraine. However, there are still plenty of supplies to make up for OPEC Plus members can fill the gap and send more oil to India and China, which are big buyers from Russia. As Rachel Reeves works on this year's budget, the UK's largest business lobby group told her not to hit companies with a series of smaller tax hikes. The lobby said Reeves should prioritise long-term prosperity over short-term thinking. Earlier this week, in a speech, Reeves set the stage for tax hikes in her November 26th set-piece budget. She seeks to fill a budget hole from rising borrowing rates, costly policy changes and the economic risks caused by Trump's trade war. Bank of England's darkening outlook raises the stakes for the UK budget. The central bank warns that Reeves will unveil her budget against a grim backdrop of a weak business investment, rising unemployment and slowing growth. The Confederation of British Industry warned that death by 1,000 taxes is not a credible way to deliver a thriving, prosperous economy. After Reeves raised taxes by $40 billion in last year's budget. US consumers are defaulting at a crisis pace. Student loan defaults of over 90 have exploded to 14.3% in the September quarter, the highest on record. Auto loan defaults have risen to 3%, the highest since 2010. Credit card payment delinquencies hit 7.1%, near the highest in 14 years. This comes at a time when Americans are drowning in a sea of debt. American households' debt has surged to a record $18.6 trillion. A breakdown of the data shows mortgage rates at an all-time high of $13.1 trillion. Auto and student loans reached a new peak of $1.7 trillion each. Credit card outstanding debt has surged to a record $1.2 trillion. Americans' perception of the economy has fallen below the lows seen during the 2008 financial crisis. Sports now. The International Cricket Council has finalized 5 venues in India and 2 in Sri Lanka for next year's men's T20 World Cup. Ahmedabad, Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai and Mumbai are the Indian venues, while Colombo and Kandy have made the cut from Sri Lanka. The T20 World Cup is set to begin on February 7th and will conclude with the final in Ahmedabad on March 8th, according to reports. The final will be held in Colombo if Pakistan qualifies. Dallas Cowboys defensive end Marshon Kneeland has died at the age of 24. Police are investigating the incident as apparent death by suicide. Kneeland was a second-round pick out of Western Michigan at the 2024 NFL Draft, and he scored the first NFL touchdown of his career in a 27-17 loss to the Arizona Cardinals on Monday when he recovered a blocked punt in the end zone. He had played in 7 of the Cowboys' games this season. The Miss Universe organization has taken action against Nawat Itsarisrisil, director of Miss Universe Thailand, after he insulted and humiliated Miss Mexico Fatima Bosch during a pre-pageant event. She called Bosch stupid and interrupted her multiple times, leading to a walkout by several contestants in solidarity with Bosch. Miss Universe President Raul Rocha Cantu has vowed to take legal action against, stating that respect and dignity towards women are non-negotiable.